I want you to go to the gate where I'll be standing outside of that gate. You will see me. I'm waving at you to come on. Can you see the gate?
Yes.
Go to the gate and come see me.
Okay.
Tell me when you get there.
I'm here.
Okay. And then, does the gate open towards you or away from you?
Away.
Go ahead and push the gate open and greet me and take my hand. As you take my hand, I'm going to take you to the mountain that's over there on the other side of the forest. I'm going to take you and we're going to just fly up that mountain. And as we're flying, you're going to be at the top of the mountain in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, we're almost there. 1, you're at the top of the mountain. Can you describe this mountain to me? What you see?
A lot of gray rock by our feet.
Okay. Look around in the sky. Do you see that cloud that's coming towards you? Us?
Yes.
That cloud's going to come on down to us, and we're going to go for a ride on it. Actually, just you. You're going to ride on it. I'm going to put you up there on the cloud. And let me know when we get you seated.
Okay.
And the cloud is going to be starting to float. And I'm waving goodbye to you till I see you again. And can you tell me how you feel sitting on that cloud, what it feels like?
I'm nervous.
You nervous?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous to be up here by myself.
Well, okay, let's bring the cloud back. Drive the cloud back to me and pick me up, and I'll go with you.
Okay.
I want you to be comfortable and relaxed and as most comfortable as you can be.
Okay.
I'll get on the cloud, and we're going to drift and float, drift and float. We're going to go to a place, a healing place for you, some place that is going to help you in your journey in this life. Maybe to see a past life. And we're drifting and floating. And let me know when the cloud sets us down.
Okay. We're down.
Okay. And what I want you to do is to just look down at your feet and tell me what you see on your feet.
Sand.
And do you see, are you wearing any shoes?
No.
Okay. You're barefoot?
Yes.
Okay. And take a look at your hands and tell me, describe your hands.
They look very childlike.
Okay. So it looks like we're going to a past life as a child in some time and some place. And what I want you to do is to just listen to your mind, your imagination. It's going to tell you exactly what year it is. And what year is it?
1978.
1978. Okay, good. And you're in sand. Where are we located? Just listen to what your first impression is.
Somewhere in Mexico.
You're in Mexico. And what color is your skin? Okay. And take a look around and describe the buildings and whatever you see. Anything that you see. Any bodies of water, anything that you see.
Looks like a lot of old buildings that were like etched out of stone.
Okay.
Like almost Aztec looking.
All right. And do you see any people around?
No.
Okay. We're going to go. Let's see. What's your name? What do they call you there?
Luna.
Luna. Okay. Is it comfortable if I call you Luna?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Luna. Let's uh let's close this scene and just go to the next scene and see where it takes us and see what we see there. What do you see? Be there now.
I know that I'm talking to an older lady.
What are you saying? And what is
Talking to her like I've known her forever, like she's my grandma.
Okay. She's probably your grandma. And see if you can reach deep down in there and see what her name is.
Louise.
Louise. And what is Louise telling you?
That everything is okay. That I don't need to be so scared all the time. And that she'll always be watching over me.
Okay. And is there any other words of advice from Louise? Grandma?
To be easier on myself. Not be so hard on myself. Just to allow myself to be who I am because that's good enough.
That's very good. Very good. Okay, let's close this scene and go to the next significant scene and see where that takes us. Let's close it like a book and go to the next scene and see where we are. Where are we?
I feel like I've come back to the time when I was living at home with my parents when I was younger, when my dad was an alcoholic.
Okay. Well, let's just take a look at the scene and see what this is teaching us. What's going on? Tell me all about it.
It's taken me back to the New Year's Eve of '99. My mom had kicked my dad out of the house for the first time in 8 years of dealing with his alcoholism, and she left, and my dad cried on my lap and told me he didn't want to live anymore. And I'm sitting there holding him and rocking him back and forth like a baby as he cried on my chest. Scared that my mom was never going to come back, and scared that I hated him for what he's put us through for all those years.
Okay. And then let's close that scene and go to the next one and see where it takes us. What are you seeing?
My mom is washing me in the kitchen sink when I'm a little baby.
Uh huh. And is she talking to you?
Yep, she's happy. She's making me laugh.
Very good. Well, let's see what unfolds. There must be something that Spirit is trying to show us here. Let's see what unfolds in the scene. And tell me what's happening.
My dad comes home and comes up behind my mom and gives her a kiss on the neck. And I'm looking up at both of them. And I'm giggling. And they're laughing at me. And my mom's splashing water on me and it's making me giggle.
And you can connect with yourself there and remember what you're thinking as that child. What are you thinking as they're doing this?
I'm thinking that I trust them. And that they are concerned for my well-being and my happiness. And it makes me feel comfortable and at peace.
Okay. So let's go to another scene, a significant scene in your life, and see where that takes us. Where are you now?
I'm back here in the place that I live now.
Okay. And what are you seeing?
Arguing with a boyfriend,
Which one?
Chris.
Chris? The one that you had the question about?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you to learn from this argument? It will come to your mind.
That I need to work on my trust issues.
Okay. And you're doing that now, so we know that. I'm going to ask you a question, and the answer will just pop into your mind. Is Chris your twin flame?
Yes.
There you go. So that answers another question that you already had. You will be with him, and he will be with you. And as long as you trust yourself, there will be no need to trust anyone else. And just know that you're on your path, in the right path, and that you've connected with who you've needed to connect with. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to the next significant scene in this life. The next thing that Spirit wants to show us in this review of the past. And tell me where you're at.
I'm in my garage.
And tell me what's happening.
I'm tending to the animals that I have, all the kittens and raccoons and possums, and wishing I had a bigger space to do it in.
I have a feeling another answer is coming. So, what is Spirit in your thought, in your mind, telling you at this very moment?
That I will get my needs met, and I will have a house on a lot of acreage so that I can pursue my passion, that I deserve it, and that the animals that I'm helping deserve it, and so it'll be.
Very good. Very good. So, we can check that one off the list. Now, let's go ahead and close that scene and get another question answered. Take us to another place so that we can have another one of these questions answered. And tell me where you are. And nothing distracts you. You can only hear my voice. So any sounds that you may hear, they're just going to blend into the background. And tell me where we are.
I'm at a grocery store over by where my parents live.
Tell me what's happening.
I see my dad getting out of the car to go in to get his Sunday paper.
And then what happens? Tell me more.
He does exactly what I've been fearing. He comes out of the store and smokes a cigarette.
Okay. So, another question answered. Let's close this scene and go to the next scene and tell me where we are.
I'm back on a sandy beach.
And do you recognize this place?
No.
Let's see what the answer is. Where are you?
I'm on a beach, and I think it's at the bottom of a mountain. I don't really know where I am.
Okay. And let's advance the scene to something significant happening on this scene and see where it takes us. Go ahead and advance it like a fast forward and tell me what is happening.
I'm sitting with some people I don't know.
Take a look at your hands. And what color are you?
I'm white.
Okay. And let's look at your feet. Are you wearing any shoes?
No.
And what kind of attire are you wearing? Look down and see what you're wearing.
Wearing a long skirt that grazes the sand.
And describe it a little bit more better.
It's,
Does it feel like a time period skirt or is it?
no, it just sort of looks like a hippie skirt.
Okay.
One that I own. It's got paisley patterns on it. It's blue,
Okay.
black, and purple.
And what does your shirt look like?
Just a bluish teal t-shirt.
Okay. And what year is it this time? And what do they call you in this lifetime?
Carrie.
Okay. And do you look the same?
Yes.
Are we in a parallel lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what you're discussing with your friends there as Carrie in this parallel lifetime and see what they're saying and just tell me what's going on with the conversation.
They were talking about a kid at school and how they make fun of him And I keep telling them that that's mean and they shouldn't be that way, and they're making fun of me and telling me I'm too soft. And I'm getting mad at them, and we're all sitting around the fire, and I get up and walk away. And one kid runs after me and tries to get me to come back to the circle, says they won't talk about it anymore because they see it's upset me.
Uh-huh. And then do you go back?
Yeah.
And then what do they discuss?
About a party that they want to go to, a house party.
Mm-hmm. Let's
And
advance. Go ahead.
I'm nervous to go because I'm not drinking.
Mm-hmm. Are you a non-drinker in this lifetime?
I had just quit.
Okay. Well, let's advance the scene just a little bit and see where you go. And tell me where you are.
I'm at a really big, fancy house, real modern looking, on the beach,
Uh-huh.
overlooking the ocean.
Is this in Mexico?
I think so.
Yeah. So let's just go with it and see what we're being shown here and just describe what you see.
I see two people who are in the kitchen laughing and having conversation and holding hands. As I look around the room, everybody's dancing to music, and some people are playing some congas, and
Take a look around and see if you recognize anyone.
I recognize this one guy in front of me. He's got long dreads.
See if you can look into his eyes and see who this person is.
I want to say it's my brother.
Your brother?
Mm-hmm.
And what do they call him in that lifetime?
Kaylin.
And what is Kaylin doing?
He's taking my hands and swinging me around and around and around, and we're dancing to the drums and laughing.
And what are you supposed to be seeing in this scene? It'll come to your mind.
I guess I'm supposed to, be being happy, being friends, and seeing my brother.
Okay. And let's go ahead and advance this scene in the same lifetime and take us to the next scene and tell me what's happening.
I'm laying in my bed.
And what is going on with that?
I'm trying to fall asleep, having a hard time.
And what is the cause of your inability to get some rest?
I'm anxious. My mind won't quit running on a loop. I seem to be worried about someone.
And who are you worried about?
My mom.
What is happening with your mother?
She doesn't feel good, and she's worried about money, us not having enough money, like she always is. And it's made her so stressed that she's got rheumatoid arthritis now, and she's just always sick.
And let's try to help that Carrie let go of that stress and know that everything's going to be all right, and that everything you're trusting now, and that everything will be all right. And let's see if Carrie will go to sleep. Let her know.
She's sleeping.
Okay, good. And let's go to the next scene in this lifetime and see what's happening.
My dad and I are walking in the woods looking at the area where we were going to build a house for me.
And what year does it feel like?
Feels like this year.
So let's
2017.
Okay. So let's go and advance the scene just a little bit to when the house starts getting built and see what it looks like and describe it to me.
It's a wood A-frame, very rustic looking. It's got a lot of room. It's got a separate little A-frame as well, little pole barn type kind of A-frame for animals in my sanctuary. And
How does it
basement.
how does it feel to be in this place?
So exhilarating. And just, I look out over water. I'm in the woods. I've got some acreage around me where I don't see anybody.
Who's helping build the place that you're in?
Some people that my dad knows.
Let's go and talk to them and see what they have to say and why they're helping you.
Because they respect my dad. They've worked for him before. And they want to do anything and everything to be able to help our family.
Well, that's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful. Just take a good look around there and see if there's anything that you want to change about the way that it is and make those changes so that you can have a visualization of exactly how you want this home to be. And tell me about any changes you make.
I put more windows on the wall that overlook the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a fireplace on the east side of the house.
Okay. And who's going to be living there with you?
Chris.
As it should be. And advance that scene just a little bit more. And I want you to see it completely built just the way that you wanted it. And tell me about your animals.
Oh boy, I've got a whole cage built that Chris helped me build for the outside pre-release for the raccoons. And there's about 5 in there right now. And they're climbing all over the tree stumps we put in there and up the cage side and swinging from some of the rope that I put in there and just having fun.
Let's connect telepathically with those raccoons and see what they have to say to you, Miss Carrie.
They're very grateful. They're happy to be there, and they don't even care said, quit worrying about us being in a cage. We know it makes you feel bad, but we don't even care. They're just happy to be alive.
And what else do you see?
I walk around that cage and I go into open the door to the barn, and then there's 3 cages of little baby possums that were abandoned.
Uh-huh.
And one mother that's nursing her babies. And then I have in a different side, on the opposite side, I open another door and I walk in, and I have 2 pregnant mama cats and 8 kittens.
Did you name them?
The mama cat is Starling. The other mama is Blue.
You have a blue key?
The kittens I haven't named yet.
Okay. Let's take a look around, because I know that this is a place that you're going to love, and I want you to soak it all in and know and trust that everything's going to be okay. And tell me, how does that feel?
Blissful. A feeling I've just never even felt before, just feeling so content, at ease, and knowing that everything's taken care of.
All right. We're going to go to another scene and just kind of do what we're doing and see what happens in the next scene. Maybe it could be in the future or the past, but let's see where they take us and tell me what's happening.
I'm walking hand in hand with Chris, and we're old. We're walking behind a house. It's not the one that I just saw.
Uh-huh.
It's a different one. It's on more acreage and somewhere else.
And how old do you feel? Whatever number comes to mind.
67.
67. And where is this home located? Do you have multiple homes?
No, we moved. We got a bigger plot of land and moved further in the country.
Okay.
It's hilly here. It's not as flat.
Do you have a vehicle or anything that you see?
Yes, Chris has a truck, and I still have my car that I have now.
All right. let's let's see what's happening in the scene. And where you're walking around the house and you're communicating with Chris. What are you talking about?
We're laughing about how we used to argue about stupid things and how far we've come, and how we used to wonder if we'd ever make it to this point, and how we're just such best friends. And we know things aren't always perfect, but we make the best of it. We don't get on each other's nerves all the time for little stupid crap, because we know we can trust each other because we've been through so much together.
Okay. Let's see if can I talk to your higher self?
Yes.
Let me speak to your higher self. Hello, higher self.
Hello.
How are you today?
Feeling good?
I am very grateful that you took us on this journey for Carrie to see what she needed to see to help her trust more and all of that. Um, she has some questions here, but I seem to not be able to find them. Do you have the answers other than the ones you've already shown her to some of the questions she has about her dad's health, which obviously, according to the vision, she's he's going to be okay. Um, but there's other questions that she has. Can you answer those?
Yes.
And I don't, I can't find the questions on my list here. Can you just go ahead and expand on what she had?
I know she worries about her dad and his health, but everything is the way it needs to be right now as far as the kidney, and it's doing well, and he will be okay.
Okay.
He will die of old age rather than complications with the kidney or anything like that.
Okay.
And there was trauma that she experienced when she was younger, and it came from her father, and that is why she has these trust issues with men.
Okay. Is there anything else on that list?
She gets angry easily when she doesn't feel heard. That stems from that trauma with her father because she loved him so much, and she thought that everybody that loved her was supposed to understand her. But sometimes it just doesn't work that way. And people are human. They're not always going to understand your feelings. And I think she realizes now that she needs to not be so hard on herself and others.
Very good. Thank you so much for that. Can you do a body scan on Carrie and see if there's any attachments or anything else that we need to address today?
In the solar plexus, we have some blockage and issues there.
Can we do some healing on that for her and keep it going through she dreams at night and that kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay. She's a very sweet soul. I've recognized her for quite some time. Have has Carrie been in my life before?
Yes.
I thought so. She's such a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
Yeah. I love just watching her from this distance and her feed and what she's doing with the animals and feel very connected and grounded with her. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, you guys were really close before. In a different lifetime, you were very, very close.
Okay. That's probably why I'm feeling these feelings. Which can you tell me which lifetime?
The third.
Is that Solomon?
Yes.
I had a feeling of that. Okay. And does she recognize me in the same way or
Yes.
okay. Is there uh, any anything else to add? Or are we complete here? And I know she's got some really good healing through this session that has been needed.
I think it's complete.
Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
I bet you we see you soon.
You will.
I know. Ooh. All right. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and close the session out and allow all this to soak in. So, Carrie, on the count of 5, I'm going to bring you out back into this. Uh, and you're going to be feeling wonderful, blissful. Your mind is going to be more open. You're going to actually work on your relationship with Chris and know that everything's going to be okay. You're going to have a lot more trust. You're going to have understanding that your father's going to be okay. And everything is just going to be wonderful from here on out. And you'll be able to relax better and see more and more of what you are becoming, more of yourself. So, on a count of 5, 4, 3, starting to wake up, feeling better and better. 2, 1, you're wide awake. Open your eyes. How are you?
Ooh, I'm good.
Tell tell me all about it. I know that you remember everything, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go ahead and I'll just go ahead and, if it's okay with you, I'll go ahead and post this one on YouTube because I think it was a something that maybe can help other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all
Okay.
about that.
All right.
Wow.
I know that you are. And how about that connection with King Solomon?
Wow. Yeah. That was that was very interesting. I had a feeling we had known each other before.
Yeah, I did too. I've been feeling it for quite some time. So
Wow. Yeah, I mean, just taking that trip back to, it seems like I always go back there in my head too, and with my dad. That night my mom left for the first time ever, and that seemed to be a spot that really told the story of why I, you know, fear the things that I do and why I have a hard time trusting, and even the fear of being alone. Just seeing that fear in my dad, thinking my mom left. I think that really just I absorbed that.
yeah,
That's what I got from that. I absorbed that,
it
and
was it was interesting to me that we didn't go like into the deep past lives, that we just kind of treaded water in the current situation. So
yeah,
it seems that most of your fears have developed from this lifetime as opposed to um, uh, these past life traumas that people are having. So
huh?
it was very very good. I really enjoyed doing it with you.
I did too. That was unique. Is it common for people to just stay in this lifetime? Is it, or is it more
I
through?
haven't experienced it, and most of the videos I've watched with Alba Wyman, I haven't seen like people hanging out in this lifetime. Uh, but apparently, that's where your pain and forgiveness lies. So that's where
Mm-hmm.
you were. And I was happy to see that you didn't have any attachments because those things are pretty awful. So you're well protected there. And yeah, it was just a good, I think it was a good healing session for both of us.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you doing that with me. That was definitely a unique experience that I will never forget.
Well, and I told you that, I've never, ever since the first one I've done, I've never had a problem putting anybody under.
Hmm.
And
I see now.
it's truly, truly a gift. So